Hello, how are we today? Right, my name's Kane, and today I just wanted to talk to you a bit about these things here. And yeah, we've all seen these before, we all know what they are, we've all taken them before, I'm sure. And you just read on the back here, it says about dosage or how to use Panadol. Adults, children 12 years and above. Every 4 to 6 hours with water, 2 tablets. Maximum 8 in 24 hours, children 7 to 12. Every 4 to 6 hours with water. Maximum 4 in 24 hours. Okay? We probably already knew that, didn't we? Or a lot of people, I'm sure, do know this is common knowledge by now. They don't even have to read the back of the packet. Well, do you really think that's a good thing? I don't think so myself, no. And just tell you a bit more about my own experiences then, and why I haven't needed to take these sort of things, or any kind of cold or flu, paracetamol tablets, or anything like that, for quite a while now, for a period of 2 years. And I've just simply been doing a few practices. One of them's called a Schenker, the other a coffee enema, which a lot of you probably have heard of before. I know an enema sounds a little bit, to some people, off-putting, because what you got to do, and fair enough. We're all only human, we all don't like doing things that way, but once I tried it and felt better after, and understanding the benefits through my experiences, then thought, why not? It's not really that all much of a bad experience, really. There's not much to it. But anyway, yeah, so getting back to my personal experiences, that with the Schenker, all you need is just some of this and quite a lot of this. Mix the two together, do some exercises, sit on the toilet for about an hour, and a lot of bad stuff comes out. That's really all there is to it. As to how to do the exercise, well, that's not for really me to go through. There's details on this website, Joyfield Healing, and I do recommend that you do look at it, and it will give you a very detailed explanation, yet very easy to understand if you follow it step by step. Highly recommend it. But I'll talk about my personal experiences after doing this. That, as you'll find out when you look at this, that the salt, as you're doing the exercises, cleans out a lot of stuff in your small intestines, which a lot of that is just mucus plaque. And the first time I did it, I was just so amazed of the quantity that came out. Yes, alright, I know it's a very disgusting thought. Yes, it was a pretty disgusting sight. It wasn't exactly a pretty sight, but if you think what I'm saying is pretty disgusting, well, have a think about it. Is it more disgusting seeing it there out of you, or is it more disgusting having it inside you? I think you can all answer that question yourselves, eh? I'm pretty sure what I'd rather, and that's not it inside me. Just more about the problems that I had as a kid with mucus. I've always had a blocked nose, phlegm in my throat. Just constant, it never seemed to go away, even into adulthood. People I lived with would know I'm up this every morning. I'm blowing my nose like a bugle, and not the very nice thing to hear first thing of the morning, but I had to get it out somehow. I didn't know any better back then, and till I did a few of these, started doing this, and I just noticed it just wasn't there anymore. Or not so much anyway. Like, I could get up in the morning and have a clear nose, I wasn't making all these loud noises, and I could just feel it's not inside me so much. So, even if, you don't suffer from a lot of blocked noses, you will discover there is a lot of it still in your small intestines. It's just the habitat for viruses like the common cold and the flu and anything similar to that. And what I found was, by removing it, you're completely removing the habitat for it, hence the experience of me just not experiencing those illnesses anymore. Or nothing to the extent. Ever since I've done this, I've never ever ever had to take a day off work for being sick with the cold. And if you're going to get sick days, it's just a day off. Why don't you use it to do something you really want to do when you're feeling great? Well, yeah, do a few of these and I can assure you you'll be able to do that. And just more the other thing, what I mentioned about the coffee enema as well, that's similar. That's more for your large intestines. And again, things that comes out of there, it's pretty disgusting and graphical. And of course, as you know, the smell wouldn't be that pleasant. But another thing I'm noticing too is, I'm sure you all have a friend that has real bad body odour. We've all got it, some worse than others. Well, after doing that, I've noticed that could quite easily be the person that doesn't have that problem. I've noticed myself the smell of my own sweat. Before, it used to be pretty bad. Now, after doing this, I've noticed that the smell of that's gone down too. So, without knowing all the full technical details, just imagine the toxicity that's coming out each time I do that. That's another thing too. And again, I'm sure that's a contributing factor to me not getting sicknesses like the common cold and things like that too. And of course, there's plenty of other practices I've been doing, such as liver cleanses, urinary tract cleanses with these sort of products here. And just to go into a little bit of detail about this too, I'm sure some of you would like to know, particularly men, that sexual health and performance seems to have improved since I've been using this, and just the colour of my urine is a lot clearer. Just one thing I do have to mention, you do need to drink a lot of water when using this product to have its full effect, but I'm just feeling that area and just passing urine just a lot easier. Once you experience, you'll completely understand what I mean after you try this. So, yeah, all these things I'm mentioning, plus a lot of other things, which I'm happy to talk about another time, I just can't recommend it enough, and I definitely do think that you should look at it on the Joy Fuel Healing website and do your research. Again, I'm not here to tell people what they should do. At the end of the day, every individual has their own lifestyle choices. But this is my experiences, and I really hope that other people can have similar experiences, and I really just cannot stress and recommend all these enough. And I didn't know about any of these things, and I found out one day just by simply going to work. And who would ever thought that there was a certain individual on my job site that has started up this website. And yeah, we talked about it many a times, and I did think about it, especially the idea of doing an enema. It was quite hesitant at first, but one day I decided to try it. And yeah, I can't look back, but the rest is history. So I just can't thank certain individuals here enough that have introduced me to this, and I'll definitely continue doing it, and I really hope to share these experiences. Keep well, everybody. Thank you.